Okay, so the last thing that she sent her family was a photo of her killer. Then she went silent. Ana Karina Blanco Duran was a 15-year-old girl from a rural village in Colombia and the eldest of three siblings. She loved reading, especially romantic comedies, and she had a really big passion for learning. She dreamed of becoming a psychologist to support her family and make a difference in the field. Every single morning before sunrise, Ana Karina walked 45 minutes through muddy trails to catch the bus to school. It was a long and difficult journey, but she knew the future that she dreamt of would cost her hard work. On May 3rd, 2022, Ana Karina began her usual walk, but something felt wrong on this particular morning. She just couldn't shake the feeling that she wasn't alone. When she turned around, she realized that a man was following her closely. She would speed up, but then he would match her pace. All of this was happening at 5:30 in the morning, so there was no one else on this trail. It was just Ana Karina and this man. Feeling scared, she snapped this picture and sent it to someone in her family with a message that read, "This man is following me." After that message, Ana Karina went silent. She never replied to anyone and she never made it to school. Her family began searching for her right away, using the photo that she sent as their first clue. In her close-knit town of Cachira, word spread fast. Neighbors, friends, and even strangers joined in on the search. Some looked along the paths that she might have taken to get to the bus stop, while others worked on identifying the man in this picture. A local worker reported seeing a man with blood-stained clothes that morning, trying to watch them before starting work, and this guy looked like the guy in the picture. The community followed this lead. They tracked down the man at his job site and surrounded him, demanding to know where Ana Karina was. At first, the man stayed silent, but as the crowd grew and the pressure mounted, this fear overtook him and he confessed to everything. This man was identified as 55-year-old Alexander Carrillo. He admitted to following and intercepting Ana Karina on her way to school that morning. He said that he grabbed her, essayed her, and then just threw her body in the river. The community was just absolutely furious at this. Several people rushed straight to the river, fearing that the current might carry her body away. Now, they did find her school bag, but the search for her body was taking a little bit longer. Each minute that they searched was just agonizing. While some searched the river, others stayed with Alexander, and their grief quickly turned into rage. The crowd actually began beating him until the police arrived and took him into custody. As officers tried to transport him to safety, the crowd followed. About 2 miles into the drive to a police station, a truck was used to block the police vehicles. A heated argument then broke out between the police and the furious townspeople. The crowd actually threatened to set the police car on fire if Alexander wasn't handed over to them. In the midst of the chaos, the crowd managed to drag Alexander out of the police vehicle. They then began to hit him with their fists, with their legs, with rocks, with sticks, with anything that they could get their hands on, even with machetes. This was until someone gave him the last final blow. The community wasn't going to just allow him to walk out of prison free to do the same to another girl. They wanted to take matters into their own hands. While Alexander was being lynched, Ana Karina's lifeless body was discovered under a bridge, showing clear signs